Well, good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Hastings Civic Arena. Nick Tuckner here for your live action on AM 1460 KDWA, but also tape delayed on our simulcast at HCTV. That'll be brought to you on YouTube and, of course, Channel 15. The YouTube thing's actually pretty slick, folks, if you haven't checked that out yet. If you have one of the equipped devices, especially hooked up to your television, you can actually watch them over your big TV in HD and everything. It looks really cool, so check that out if you are watching via TV, computer, whatever it might be, Channel 15 or even YouTube. So we thank HCTV and their crew for again being out here tonight as the Raider girls hockey team 10-5-2 taking on the 4-14 Henry Sibley Warriors. Warriors and Coach Allie Delman will bring their red, real gold and white to the Hastings Civic Arena tonight. Raiders in their home white, blue numbers, gold trim, gold helmets, blue breezers, white socks. And here we go as we're underway. Mr. Ryan Stoffel, far side, Hastings hockey aficionado and coach. Also our PA man for the varsity girls games. And this one's played up into the bench O Sibley. 13 seconds in, no score. Pretty hockey-intensive week for us on the radio side. 4 hockey games on KDWA. And then next week, we're going to have a potpourri assortment from hockey to basketball to wrestling. And, of course, our patented coaches shows the last portion of the week, which falls on Saturday and the weekend. And 9 o'clock a.m. Perkins for Hastings. Noon, Patax, Prescott. Join us for both of them. Here we go. Face off back into the Hastings zone. Won by Henry Sibley. Shot from the point. Misses Franzik. Allie Franzik getting the start for the blue and gold. She played quite a few of the games that I broadcast early on in the year. This one backhanded towards Franzik again. Made a save and kicked it back behind her own net. Sibley early on showing a little bit of force in the Hastings zone. Raiders trying to have their cup of coffee here in their own zone and wake up. Here they come back through center ice. Kiki Radke, leading goal scorer for the Raiders. One of the tops in the conference as well. And we'll get into stats and everything else, I'm sure, throughout this hockey game here. As Sibley, right to left, trying to bring it out of the Hastings zone. Not going to, or I should say the offensive zone for Hastings. Not going to happen. It's going to be McDonald back behind the net. Wraps it around. Tries to get a shot off. It was blocked in front. Back to the point. Pass right. Here's Newman. Shot through traffic. Made it through. And just missed the outstretched arms of the goaltender there. And that is going to be Julia Wetzel-Edstrom. She's played every minute so far this year at the varsity level for the Henry Sibley Warriors and one of their captains. Here is Tix into the corner far side. Where's the number 44 for the Raiders? Gets to the top of the circle left. Raiders get the whole line out there. They work the sideboards nicely. Tried to throw it down low to Sam Benson. She overskates the puck. Far boards, comes back in, gives some help to Libby Judge. 2-on-2 along the far sideboards. And back into the middle, finding some room as Benson pulls the trigger. Shot blocked in front by her own line mate, and that's Maddie Junker. Second effort backhanded towards the front of the net. And that was Sam Benson again, and that one just missed. Back behind the net now on a missed shot by Claire Williams. Raiders send in 2, but it's taken away there by B. Ahern. And she'll work it up the far boards. Ahern young yet, only an 8th grader for Henry Sibley. Through center, Williams, Anna Williams, has her pass intercepted. Worked back along the near side left. Here comes Henry Sibley again, Friedman. Dips it up top. Nice pass. Lucken walks in. Can't get the shot to go. She falls down as the puck into the corner. Sent back to the point. Held up there. Now Radke will block the shot. And here she comes 2-on-2. Up the left sideboards. Kiki Radke, bottom of the circle. Hits her brakes. Cuts to her backhand. A good pass off the boards to Tix for far side. Again, pass in front. That one knocked away by a Radke, and that one cleared back behind the net. Putnam also gets in there. Gets a little stick on it. Back to Radke. Works in front of the net. Has some room. Takes a shot. Save made. Nice save by Wetzel-Edstrom. Far boards, played out to center, and that's it. Raiders intercept. Here's Newman. Left to right, skates in against 3 different Sibley players. Gets into the dot right side, then hits her brakes. Curls back off right side, plays it into the corner. Looking for Rachel Klimek off of her stick, and back behind the net. It's picked up there by Erica McDonald. McDonald cycling off into the corner again. This time she'll give it up to Cummer. Josie Cummer on this line as well for the blue and gold. McDonald Back to the dot, right side, creates room for herself, takes a shot, kicked away there by Edstrom again, and a nice save. Into the corner, far side. Sibley just trying to start their breakout. Benson off the bench, blocked it at the blue line, tried to kick it back in. Sibley will backhand it into the Raiders zone. They wanted a line change. Instead, the Raiders the other way have an odd man rush. Here's Junkert working through two defensemen. Kind of lost at her skates. Puck still loose. Tried to swing and whack at it towards the front of the net. Edstrom got a piece of it along with one of the defensemen. And now behind the net, Sam Benson pushing and shoving back behind the net. Now to the near side boards. Three Raiders there trying to dig it free. But it's knocked out to center by Sibley. Lainey Cannell through center. Libby Judge cross ice right, gets across the blue line. Pavanka, but they're going to say she was offsides. 12:49 to go here in the first period of play from the Hastings Civic Arena at McGree East Rink. It's no score, Hastings and Henry Sibley. Face off in front of the Sibley bench, won by Kiki Radke. Raiders up the far boards, back to Radke. She whistles a shot wide of the glove side of Ekstrom. Into the near side point, shot kicked off a skate. Newman is the one who put it towards the net. Now here's Radke corralling the loose puck from the corner, back left side, wraps it around in front, slid it through the crease, and the net came off. Their face-off will come inside the Sibley zone, says the emphatic official. He was very firm. And the one thing I do like about officials like that, where they're vocal and they let you know, at least you know. I mean, it'd be better off to know than have a referee that says absolutely nothing at all and you're wondering what they're saying. So I will thank a vocal official more than any. Same with in baseball or softball. Here is a pass in front. Actually, it was Radke ramping it around in front and slid it back onto Edstrom again, who goes down into the butterfly and plucks it loose in her crease. So Kiki Radke buzzing around. That's not shocking. She is one of the best in the state for a reason, and just continued to get better and better as her career has gone along. And now in her senior year, it's hard to believe it's gone that fast. Raiders keep it inside the Henry Sibley zone. That was Erica McDonald patrolling the near boards. And now kicking it along the near side. McDonald 1-on-2, getting the best of it there. Continuing in the corner, gets some help from Tix, but now it's dug free by Sibley. Ashley Halpin pickpocketed there by Klimek behind the net. Trying to get it out of there, though. Raiders, Rachel Klimek, the junior, couldn't get it free, and it's played to center. Now back out to Anna Williams. Goes across the ice. Claire Williams steps up, stays with it. The senior on her forehand will dump it back behind the net. Edstrom watches. Raiders send one in deep. Maddie Junker, speedy, back to the high slot, leaves it for Newman. Her shot hits a player in front. Loose puck corralled there by Allison Myers of Henry Sibley. And now 2-on-2 they come, make it 2-on-5 as the Raiders all hustle back into the defensive zone. You like to see that as a coach. And this one's tipped just wide of Franzik as a shot from the point. That was Abby Wetzel Edstrom, one of the defensemen. She wears the number 28, whistling it wide. Played back on a goal as Franzik will kick it away and give it to Newman. A long pass for Putnam off the bench. She had to turn and adjust, trying to get to her forehand. Will run it off into the corner, and then Putnam goes hard into the corner boards, but going to get some help here now for Pavanka as Putnam and Pavanka, long-time line mates, back together again here past the halfway point of the season. Played it out in front, and those two like we said, throughout their years, really played together a long time. Here's a pass through center ice, picked up there by Radke. Walks in 1-on-2, uses a defenseman as a shot, a screen. Shot comes in, save made, no rebound this time as Edstrom slammed the door. Boy, Kiki Radke flashing that skill again. Able to wiggle through three different Henry Sibley players and still get that shot off. Got that rebound, put her right back on goal, and credit Edstrom with a nice save there for Henry Sibley, keeping this game scoreless. JV had a pretty easy time with Henry Sibley in the early game. I believe the final ended up being 6-0. Raiders dig it free. Klimek sends it right through the crease. Edstrom watched the puck, but comes out to center ice. And now here is Williams. She'll work near boards between the benches across the red line. Left to right, 1-on-4. Williams stays on her forehand. Gets it off behind the net, now right corner. Sends it far left corner, but the Raiders coming off on that line change. The new troops just coming onto the ice, and the Raiders are able to keep it alive halfway up the boards. Here's Judge in front, trying to send it to Kummer, and Josie Kummer fires it on goal. Then kicked away, far boards, knocked away. Judge had it for a moment, played to center again, and that's where it's corralled nicely by one of the captains, and Ashley Lenarte. She is a senior, and dumps it in deep. Raiders the other way. Kummer through center ice. Josie Kummer, backhander, sends it in deep for Hastings. They come off on a complete 5-girl line change. All new group of troops on. And you gotta like the way the Raiders have made their line changes too early on. Smart to center again. Cut off the stick of Radke. Now she slips in, hustles in hard into the corner. Now looking to dig it free, and does. Works onto her forehand, outworks everybody, wraps it around in front. And the shot whistles through the crease far side. Boy, there Kiki Radke showing that she can outwork an entire team and get the chance at an offensive opportunity. She did just that, sliding it through the crease, nearing the halfway point of period 1. We are scoreless, and that's mainly to do with goaltender Julia Wetzel-Edstrom, as she's made a couple of fine saves. As here is Anna Williams on her forehand, takes a shot off the glove, it's in! It goes off the glove and falls into the net, and the Raiders have the first goal of the game as Anna Williams sneaks it by. Off the glove of usually sure-handed goaltender Julia Wetzel-Edstrom, and the Raiders have that early 1-0 lead. Time of the goal, 8:33. And the Raiders are on the board first. We always talk about shooting it on net. Good things will happen. Unassisted. And that is a 5-on-5 goal for the Raiders senior defenseman and definite leader, one of them here on this team. And for Anna, her third goal of the season for the blue and gold. Back the other way, Hastings again. Junker along the end boards, dislodges it, gets it over to Sam Benson. Maddie into the corner, curls up top of the circle, throws it back to the point, shot through traffic. Benson was there for any rebound that was kicked away there by Edstrom, nicely into the corner though. So credit the goaltender on a nice save. And again, when you can deflect that puck on that save into the corner and out of harm's way, that saves your defenseman from having to clear a potential rebound that could turn into a defensive nightmare. This one's played up the near boards. It's going to make it into the Sibley zone. No icing. Raiders there. They backhanded in front of the net. That was Pavanka. Almost got it, but again, putting it right through the crease. The Raiders have been right in there. They're putting the puck towards the net. They're going to get one of these to go, especially on those little putbacks, throwing them through the crease. Someone's going to be on the back door one of these times, and you can better believe coaches Korkish, Benson, and others down there will be saying the same thing, is to get those girls there. But here's a break the other way, right to left. Unable to get the shot off there was Partika, and now she'll ride the puck off far corner too, and Hastings will send in another forward up the far boards, and Tix was there, but played right back into the Hastings zone. Flailed up the boards there by Anna Williams. Tix will come through center, across the red, hit the blue and just stayed on sides. Now they're going to say they're not offsides. One of the near side officials, the linesman, said that they were offsides, but the referee inside already had said no. Klimek in the corner with Junker, both fighting for it. Klimek on her forehand, backhand then, swings it around in front of the net, taken away by Sibley. Here comes B. Ahern, immediately taken off her stick. Flailed back in now by the Raiders, Josie Kummer. And number 20 will chase it down behind the Sibley net, 1-on-2. She gets in there, but still the breakout moved to the near side. Jennison moves it out to center ice. Taken away there by Cannell. Laney Cannell has it, intercepted. Far boards. Here they come with Halpin. Halpin takes a shot off the shin guards of one of the Raider players and sent off into the corner. Here's Judge off the skate of the official. Loosens it up, actually, and that helps out one of the Raiders, and that's Pavanka. Pavanka streaks in deep. The rest of the team coming off at a line change, and a nice job by Pavanka to stay on the puck there and backhands it in front of the net. Tick's trying to jam it away, and they're going to blow it dead on the side of the net there, and Tick's never got a legitimate opportunity to tap it in. 1-0 Raiders with 5:25 to go here in period one. Girls hockey here from McGree East Rink at the Hastings Civic Arena. My name is Nick Tuckner here for all of your live action on KDWA and also on HCTV on our tape-delayed fun. And hopefully a lot of you fans and players and coaches all have fun dialing into both of them when you get the opportunity. Of course, HCTV, one of our fine Sportscasters Club sponsors as well. That's always fun. 5 minutes to go, first period. Sibley trying to work it out of their own end, right to left, but Lauren Tix did a nice job of getting a stick in there. Got it to Klimek, and then Klimek had it passed out on her, out to center ice. I don't think she knew where the puck went after she sent it in deep. Cross the ice now. Raiders trying for another chance for Josie Kummer, but knocked away. Raiders will now enter with Cannell. She can keep it in just at the blue line, and she does. That long reach sends it back along the far circle, down to the hash marks in the corner. Taken away there by Sibley, but there's Judge. She had a much better reach on the puck than the Sibley player did. However, the Warriors still bank it around to the near boards, and that's a big hit near side. That's going to be a penalty against Hastings. Is that Libby Judge? Yeah, she's going to go off for a checking call with 4:23 to go in the first period. Pretty heavy hit. That definitely constitutes checking. So the first penalty of the game will go against Hastings, and Libby Judge will sit for 2 minutes. 4:23 to go in our opening period from the Hastings Civic Arena. And we'll get our first look at the Henry Sibley power play. Shot from the point, tipped just wide by the Henry Sibley Warriors. The initial shot came from Gettison from the point. This one tipped in front, on to Franzik. She makes a save and holds on. Well, right away you're seeing and hearing the Sibley Warriors making some noise here on the power play, getting a quick shot, the one that was tipped, and the referee just got a stick in the hand. Here's a shot that comes in from the far side left, kicked away by Franzik into the corner. Raiders will race in and clear it down the length of the ice alertly. That was Sarah Pavanka showing there some senior leadership. Raiders first ones on the scene. Rachel Klimek, such a stout penalty killer and has been her entire career at the varsity level. Again, was the first one on the scene. McDonald picks it off. She'll knock it up the far boards. Here's Kiki Radke. One-on-one, maybe a break. Walks in short-handed. Backhands it off the post. Oh, off the post. Radke now to her backhand. Has it intercepted. Cross-ice pass for Kayla Luckin. And then she had it knocked away for a moment and then into the Raider zone. Cannell softly out to the blue line, trying to find Radke, kept alive by Sibley in their red and gold. They'll play it far side now, trying to get it in front. And that time Cannell says no, slapped it around the boards. And there is Radke, and she was impeded there by one of the forwards, and that probably could have been interference. No call there. Played out to center. This one bouncing and rolling back towards the net. Edstrom will have to hang on to this one at 2:46 to play. And the Raiders, after giving up a couple of early shots in the power play, have now gotten 2 short-handed bids, including the one that, well, we saw Kiki Radke plop a little breakaway off the post. Really didn't have the break in that she wanted. She didn't have the best of angles. She had to cut back. She had to come back and try to get the goalie to move. So when she did that, she kind of ran out of real estate, but still put a nice shot towards the net. Just clipped the post, glove side. And really showing that good agility on the skates and finding the room to create for herself and then get in front of the net as this one's taken. Now, boy, Raiders are going to go off on another penalty here. As soon as Henry Sibley yields the puck to Hastings, The Raiders will go off on another power play. Raiders full strength for the meantime until they touch it. Now they do. And Henry Sibley is going to go right back onto the power play as the Raiders will be serving a hooking minor here. And that will go to whom? That is the question, because the Raiders look like they were in the midst of a line change. And it's going to be Sam Benson who serves it for Hastings. Benson off for the Raiders. Raider freshman forward. This one thrown down the length of the ice. A goalie fell down here as Sibley was trying to start their breakout. They get out to center anyway. This one then really slowed down by Abby Putnam. And then there's Radke. She takes a hop off the boards. Walks in, might have some room. Snips a shot off. Great blocker save there by goaltender Julia Wetzel-Edstrom. And now here comes Sibley again to center. And that's about all the further they get. Radke plays it off the shin guard of Abby Putnam in deep into the Henry Sibley zone with 99 seconds left to play in the first period. It's 1-0, and the Raiders play the puck in off sides as they were having one coming out of the zone, and the Raiders send it right back on net as the player was still on or in the zone of Henry Sibley. They're checking with the referee. He got clipped in the hand the last time he dropped the puck, and then just moments ago he took a stick up high. The other referee, they wanted to make sure he was okay. Minute 26 to go. Raiders killing off a penalty for pretty much the rest of the first period. There's 17 seconds separating the power play and the game clock. Power play, Sam Benson sitting in the box for another 53 seconds. Game clock now at 1:10. To center. Little discombobulation again by Henry Sibley trying to get through center ice. It's just not happening. Raiders trapping him off quite well. Here's a pass to the left side, working in the center of both the benches there, and finally knocked in by the Raiders. Played out, right back in by Newman. Raiders send in Tix. 44 seconds left, clock running, first period, 22 seconds in the power play. And the clock runs here in the first. Raiders lead it 1-0, but they've had a few different opportunities where this one could be 3 or 4-0 already. Here's a pass to Radke. She's going to get a break. Wines, fires, puts a slap shot on goal. Save made by Edstrom as she goes down into the butterfly. And the Raiders get another short-handed shot here in the first period. 23 seconds left in the first period. 5 seconds to go in the Benson penalty. And then she will join her line mates on the ice for this final shift. Face-off pushed off to the far boards. Raiders will keep it in down deep. And here comes Benson onto the ice. Raiders full strength. Here's Junker behind the net. Junker trying to peel it free. Sam Carlson doing a good job of keeping that puck up against the board. 7 seconds left. Trying to get it free, the Raiders. Now Benson will fire it back near side. Here's Williams. Shot from the point at the buzzer. Great glove save with 0.4 seconds left in the period. So they'll get a drop of the puck, and that's it. And that'll end the first period of play. Raiders are going to lead at the end of the first, 1-0. They're going to go ahead and pull Francic off. 0.4 seconds. You really have to slap this thing on goal, about 120 miles an hour here. So we'll see what they can do with Williams taking the face of Anna Williams. Just trying to slap it. And that's it. First period in the books, 1-0 Raiders on AM 1460 KDWA and HCTV. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hastings Civic Arena at McGree East Rink. Nick Tuckner here for your second period, and here comes face-off as we're going to get back underway. Metro East Conference girls hockey. Raiders up 1-0, and here we go. Right away, the Raiders win the faceoff. Right to left, they jet into the Henry Sibley zone. Radke there with Putnam. Puck dislodged, though, and sent up the boards through a couple pairs of skates. Putnam got onto her forehand, lost it now. Pavanka was there. Radke looked to turn and fire at the top of the circle, leaves it back for Claire Williams. She winds and fires through a bunch of different players in front. Just couldn't get it to go. Radke working far boards. Stolen there by Henry Sibley, and they'll come back across the ice. Friedman into the Hastings zone, then puts it in deep, comes off at a line change, and the Raiders try a long pass for McDonald that just caught the stick. Otherwise, that could have been icing. McDonald then taken down in the corner, far side. Referee saying no, as in no penalty. Raiders were kind of looking over at the official as if they were hoping to see an arm come up. Instead, the Raiders just keep playing right on and send it in deep into the zone of Henry Sibley one more time. Now behind the net. Here is Tix off the back of the net. Played in front. Sam Benson jamming away at it. Couldn't get a stick on it. To the point it comes, though. Here is Cannell. Cannell plays it off the stick of the goaltender, Edstrom. Behind the net, Benson was chasing in there along with Maddie Junker hustling into the corner left. Libby Judge also trying to stick that puck in a little lower into the Sibley zone. Did actually utilize her body and knocked it back in down a little bit deeper. And then Judge just keeps going back behind the net. Couldn't get a good stick on it, though, as it's played back out near side left by Henry Sibley. That's intercepted by Newman. Newman comes into the Sibley zone, but then the pass up the far boards is too far for everybody. And we're going to send it back down into the Sibley zone as icing called at 15:11 to go, second period. And the Raiders of Hastings leading Henry Sibley 1-0 here in girls hockey. Raider boys basketball was trailing at halftime 34-18 to Matamidi at home. Girls on the road up there. Here's a backhander right into the glove. Edstrom had her glove along the ice. And I'll tell you what, if she wasn't ready, Williams had her second goal of the game and just snapped it right off the ice into the glove and hung on. Nifty save. And I'll tell you what, if the puck was, that one right on goal off the faceoff. Another nice save by goaltender Julia Wetzel Edstrom. Two minutes into period two. Still 1-0 Hastings. Radke pushed the faceoff through the circle, down into the corner. Here's Putnam. Onto her backhand, looking for some help from Pavanka. Putnam got onto her forehand, plays it in front. Kiki's one-timer, missed the net. Back behind the goal again, here's Pavanka. Has Radke with her, back to Kiki, bottom of the circle, pass in front, Williams scores! What a pretty one-timer! Kiki Radke finds Williams at the top of the circle, and a one-timer gives Williams her second goal of the game and fourth of the year. Goal coming at 2 minutes and 21 seconds of period number two. And Anna Williams connects for the blue and gold again. That's just how you draw it up. Perfect pass from Radke. Putnam might get an assist too. Yep, Putnam gets an assist, rightfully so. Did a lot of work just to set that play up, and then Putter got it down low to Kiki, and then Kiki made that lightning bolt of a pass to Anna Williams, and Anna one-times it in there, and now we're at 2-0 blue and gold kids with 14:08 to go here in the second period of play. Puck out through center into the Sibley zone. Now Sibley on their back heels. Lizzie Johnson cross ice. Works it back up towards Partika. She'll play it behind the net of Hastings' Allie Francic as she watches on. Hastings trying to fight their way up the near boards, but kept in at the blue line and sent back in deep and will roll all the way to the far corner. Raiders with Nicole Newman got a little piece of it, but that was it. She's still trying to fight along the end board. Sibley gets back onto their forehand, and the shot is blocked by Sam Benson. very alertly comes out and blocked that shot, but sent back in deep again. Sibley had to touch up. Cannell whips it around the boards, got enough of it that it would be offsides if Sibley touches it. Raiders send it right back out, then right back in again. Sibley left to right. Behind the net into the near side corner. Cannell will play it near boards. They're going to wave off any bit of icing as there was a traffic jam near boards in the Hastings zone. Nobody was able to touch it, but it went through everybody. So the hustle by Putnam. She'll free it up now. Get it back to Radke. Now she's knocked off the puck nicely. Pass in front, though. There's Claire Williams. Plays it off the far side. Pavanka couldn't put it away. Radke back at her forehand. Backhands a pass in front. Comes back to Williams. Goes across the ice to Claire Williams. Claire and Anna manning the backside for the Raiders here as this pass comes through the slot and onto the stick of Henry Sibley. And here they come now. Sibley with Kayla Luckin to her backhand. Drops it back off to Allison Myers. Her shot scores. And that was weird. That was along the ice, and Allie didn't have her stick flat on the ice, and there it goes. I'd be eager to see if that was tipped in again on a replay, because that usually doesn't happen. 4 minutes, 30 seconds, the time of the goal here in the second period, and Sibley is on the board. And we'll have to wait and see what Ryan Stoffel says, and if it either was tipped or if it just made it through there and the stick wasn't flat. Yeah, Friedman gets it. Friedman from Myers and Luckin. So it was a tip in front by Friedman. She gets the goal. Now the Raiders mad inside the Sibley zone, and it's tipped in. Shot from the point was Newman, and somebody tipped it in front. And the Raiders, as we said, a bit perturbed after that last goal. They come back and get one and make it again a 2-goal game. Time of this goal, 4 minutes, 58 seconds. And it only took 28 seconds for the Raiders to strike right back on a tip of their own. And we'll have to wait and see who they give this one to. So we'll have it coming up. Klimek got it. Newman with a lone assist. So Rachel Klimek with the goal for the Raiders here to make it again a 2-goal game. First for Klimek. That is her first of the season. So good for Rachel Klimek. Her first goal of the year on the tip on the great shot by Nicole Newman. And then just before that, as the faceoff pushed behind the net of Henry Sibley, Friedman got her team-leading 8th goal of the year. So Hastings strikes back to make it 3-1, and now busy in front of the net again as Claire Williams put it on goal, and a nice save by Edstrom. Raiders, though, to center, take it right back. Here's Radke. Kiki there, gets to her backhand, has two going to the net. Backhand again towards the front of the net, swept away. As Kiki was trying to get a pass off for either Putnam or Pavanka on the back door. Sent into the corner further. Kiki then bats it down with a glove. Plays it deep into the corner. Here's Putnam in front. Williams, one-timer, just goes wide. Oh, Anna Williams almost had a hat trick here in the second period. Just missed the blocker side pipe. Putnam, backhand. Oh, tried to get the pass to McDonald off the bench. It'll fly back into the Hastings zone. Raiders lead 3-1 in girls hockey here on a Tuesday night in Hastings. Raiders 10-5-2 on the year. Sibley is 4-14-0. This one dumped back into the Hastings end. Henry Sibley is offsides. Raiders had plenty of room out of their own end. Rachel Klimek will help it deep into the Sibley zone. Off the Zamboni doors it goes. There's Tix to Klimek. Wrapped it around in front. Beating away at the doorstep there was Sam Benson. And it's played back out to center, through center. Cannell one-on-one, having to step back into her own end. Jessica Affolter, one of the seniors, was there, but she had it knocked off her stick, and the Raiders go across the ice for Benson. Sam Benson off into the corner. Has two going to the front of the net. She has Judge and Comer. But then behind the net, Benson falls down on top of the puck, gets right back up. And now she's hit against the boards and no call, as that should have been a check perhaps. Now Libby Judge in the corner, rips out of the corner, finds some room, gets to her forehand, now goes further into the corner again. Cycles in down low, gives it to Benson, working that right corner near the Zamboni doors. They keep cycling with she and Judge, and now played back in front. There's Comer, takes a shot, save made, rebound, backhanded towards the net, and it's in! The puck bounces in! And the Raiders have a 4-1 lead. There was a delayed penalty coming up anyway. And I'm not sure who that... It had to have been on Henry Sibley. But the Raiders have scored to take a 3-goal lead for the first time tonight. Time of this goal will be at 7 minutes, 31 seconds. And we'll wait and see who gets it here in a moment. Oh, that's a first varsity goal, and I think it's Josie Comer's first. Yep, Josie Comer's first varsity goal here at 7:31 of period number 2. Congratulations to Josie Comer. How thrilling is that? And all hard work. That is awesome. None better than to have it even happen like that. Yeah, it wasn't a one-timer, but it was all hard work, gritty, the whole bit, and we're going to get icing right off the face-off against Hastings. But that will be Josie Comer's first varsity goal. She did have an assist coming into the game, but this will, as soon as they read it, here it is. Benson with an assist. Sammy Benson the assist on Josie Comer's first varsity goal. And with 9:16 to go here, second period, the Raiders have a 4-1 lead over Henry Sibley. Kept in along the far boards, here is Radke. Into the corner right, still on her backhand and wheeling at the same time. 1-on-2, had it taken away for a moment. To the far boards, Anna Williams steps up, plays it in deep again. Pavanka to Putnam, back in front through the slot. And Radke got nailed in front of the net. She's okay getting up, and she'll just man her position again. No big deal. Pavanka on her backhand, trying to get it in front. Ticks off the bench, looking for a pass. Now looking to get it to Radke in front. She got hit pretty hard in the corner as well. Then a shot from the point that gets kicked away by Edstrom, and that came from McDonald. Picked up by Williams. Raiders having a pretty nice offensive period, and this is kind of what we thought may have happened in the first if it wasn't for some great goaltending from Julia Wetzel-Edstrom. Played off the boards. Near side, and Sibley can't get out of their own zone. Working left to right. Near boards, intercepted. Comer put it right back towards the front of the net, and this will be covered. And if Sibley wants that line change now, they can have it. 8:04 to go, second period, past the halfway mark of regulation and of the second period. It's 4-1, Hastings leading. Anna Williams, 2 goals tonight, her third and fourth. Rachel Klimek and Josie Comer, their first of the season, with Comer being her first varsity goal. She'll have the puck to show for it. Played to center. Raiders will steal it back right to left. Here is Maddie Junker. Gets back behind the net on her backhand. Stays on her backhand. Now cuts to her forehand, bottom of the circle. Maddie there, and got knocked down too and gave a little push of her own. Behind the net, here's Pavanka. Played it off the side of the net. Maddie comes in. She got absolutely hammered. But I think they might actually, they should give a penalty in front of the net. Maddie got hit from behind. That should be a cross check or something like that. And we'll see what they give the Sibley player, because Maddie got spilled pretty good there. Melissa Teal, number 3, she will sit for Sibley, their first penalty of tonight's game. So Teal sits, first penalty of the game for Henry Sibley. Penalty at 9:33 of the period. 7:27 to go here in the second. And we'll get our first peek at the Raider power play tonight. Face-off, won by the Raiders. Radke to Anna Williams, who lost control of the puck, and it's out to center. Near the Raider blue line, picked up there by Radke. Had a head of steam off the right side. Keeps skating right side. Pavanka kind of let her go past her, and then it was played down the length of the ice. From her own zone, here's Radke across the red line, right to left, now the blue, into the Sibley zone. At the hash marks, drops it off, top of the circle. Anna Williams, her shot blocked, but played off the near boards. Sent back deeper into the corner by Putnam. Got help from Pavanka. To Anna Williams, to the point. Radke winds, fires, shot blocked in front. Rebound put back towards the front of the net, and that was kicked away there by Ekstrom. To the point, right. Radke fires one off the blocker and out of play. And the face-off will come back inside the Sibley zone. Hastings leads Henry Sibley 4-1 with 6:27 to go in period number 2. Raiders' second power play unit will come out with a full minute to work. We'll see if Hastings can come up with one here. The Raiders with the youngins. All three freshmen up front. Push it back to the point right. Cannell fires through traffic, blocked in front. Puck is loose. Junker banging away at it. So is Benson. Now we got a penalty coming up here in just a moment to Sibley. Benson, corner left. Delayed penalty upcoming. Raiders will get an extra girl. Junker, cross the ice. Back off now to Cannell. Shot through traffic. Knocked back in deep, and will get the face-off as soon as Sibley touches it. And Henry Sibley is going to serve a 5-on-3 for 33 seconds, 6 minutes to play even in period number 2. And that'll send Kayla Luckin, I believe, or is that Ashley Lenarte? I think it's Lenarte, the senior captain. So 2 penalties in a row to Sibley, both in inopportune times. And now a 5-on-3 for Hastings, and if they could get one in 33 seconds, they'll still have the power play for the balance of the 2 minutes. Radke will take the face-off for Hastings. 5-on-3, Raiders win the face-off. Anna Williams. Anna left. Back to the top of the circle, and McDonald gets to the dot, takes a shot, save made. Raiders banging away at the rebound. Rachel Klimek was there waiting, but didn't get a good poke in on it. She was there, but kind of was waiting to see if the puck was loose. Got to be getting that stick in there until the puck, or until the whistle blows. 23 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Raiders again will push the face-off off the near side boards, and unfortunately, though, Sibley will clear. Franczyk will play it with a high... Oh, Raiders are going to have to take it in their own zone now. It's a high stick. Raiders, I guess, touched it with their own high stick inside the Sibley zone. Okay. .5:42 to go, second period. Raiders win the face-off. 12 seconds in the 5-on-3. Radke gets across the blue line. Pass across to Anna Williams. Has plenty of time, top of the circle. Take that shot. Here's a shot from Radke, whistled that wide. Boy, Anna had a whole lane to shoot. Now gets it off the left side. Williams winds and fires. That one hit someone in front, and I think it hit Pavanka because she is skating gingerly back to the bench. Sibley back in, dumps it in deep. One girl back on for Henry Sibley. 5:13 to go here in the second period. Raiders now have 1:10 of power play with Radke out of her own end. Deked out 2 Sibley players. 3-on-2. Radke comes in, fires one. Hard off the boards. The rebound back on goal and a save made. Junker had the shot off the boards. All she had to do was lift it up, and she would have had a big goal for the blue and gold. But, yeah, that one just hopped into the glove of Wetzel, who had the glove at skate height, and that was it. Maddie almost had an easy basketball putback. This one in the corner off the face-off win. Raiders with Libby Judge. 50 seconds left in the power play. Plenty of time here. Judge, cross the ice, point, left. Claire Williams, shot through traffic, save. And there you go, girls. Fighting till the end of the whistle. And then a little body thrown as Maddie Junker got tossed off the pile on her way in. But that's what I like to see. Even the young freshman in there until the whistle blows. You get in there and chip away until the whistle sounds, and you might end up getting a hard work goal. Face-off won by the Raiders again. Anna Williams, bottom of the circle. Putnam in front, cross the ice it goes. McDonald, back to Kiki, plenty of room, fires and scores! Kiki with a howitzer from 25 feet out. And the Raiders take a 5-1 lead, a power play goal. Kiki with that heavy shot. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 30 seconds. Radke's 26th. McDonald and Pavanka. McDonald, Pavanka on the power play. Radke's 26th of the year. And Hastings up now 5-1. Loose puck in front of the Hastings net. Taken away by Putnam. She got it off of a Sibley stick to center, and that's about it. Ahern lost it. Far side of the... right about center ice. Played back into her own zone, and then Sibley will knock it down the length. They're going to wave off any icing. 5-1 Hastings here, second period. Just past 8 o'clock, this is KDWA Hastings. We're also on HCTV. You're listening to Raider Hockey. Also watching on tape delay. Nick Tuckner here high above center ice. The Raiders ahead 5-1 here on Tuesday Night Puck. Cummer's little pass. She had her first varsity goal earlier in this game. Plays one back through the circle. Taken away by Sibley. Ahern out to center ice again, joined by Ashley Lenarte. Intercepted there. Cummer will work 1-on-2 the other way. Josie gets outside, backhands it in deep. Raiders starting to get a partial line change. Judge swings onto the ice for Hastings, works left corner behind the net now. Spins to her backhand, stays on her backhand. Got it to Anna Williams, looking for that hat trick. Shot comes in, save made. Junker pounding away, she scores. That is Maddie Junker and all hard work. And I don't know if someone might have pushed it in far side there, Libby Judge maybe, but I think that that's going to be a goal for Maddie Junker. We were just talking just moments ago about how important that was until the play is over, until the whistle sounds, to keep going. And right there, Maddie Junker showed that. You just keep the foot on the gas pedal until they say stop. 14:05, the time of the goal. I believe it's Maddie. Now, Coach Delman wants a explanation as to why it went in, or I don't know. It's a goal. Do they think maybe the goaltender had it covered?
Scoring for the Raiders at 14:05 in the second period. Second goal, they gave number 4, Kiki Radke. The assist to number 6, Maddie Junker. That's
Kiki.
From Junker at 14:05.
I don't think that's going to stand. No, and Kiki's smiling at the official right now. She knows that wasn't hers. So we'll get the official scoring here in just a moment, because that's not going to be Kiki's. Shot here comes into the glove of Franzik. Yeah, I don't... Was it Judge on the back door there too? Oh, gosh, I would almost... Like I said, there was 2 on the back side. I think it looked like Libby Judge was the one that was next to Junker. So I'll have to wait and see. So I don't think Kiki or really any of them out there were on the ice. I don't think Sammy Benson was on the ice yet, but I don't think Kiki was even out there. So we're going to have to wait and see, because Kiki in this line that's out here now came onto the ice after the goal. Well, here's Putnam. Takes a shot. That one tipped into the glove. Nice save by the goaltender, Julia Wetzel Ekstrom. Yeah, I'm sure that they're going to have a change on that goal. We'll have to wait and see what maybe Coach Colvin will tweet out between periods. We'll have to see what maybe he says about it, because he has an actual, well, more of the official scoring, I should say, is Sibley in offsides. Let's see what Colby said, if possible. No. Not sure yet. We'll get you an update on who will get credit for that goal. Hastings back into the Sibley zone. Nice pass. Libby Judge could get the shot to go. Sibley sends it back down the length of the ice. This is going to make it for icing again, and we'll get another stoppage. 90 seconds left, second period. Raiders up 6-1 over Henry Sibley in a fun game on a Tuesday night here on KDWA. Glad you're with us. Also on HCTV. Your Raider girls looking for their 11th win of the year. Face-off pushed into the corner left. Sent around the end boards to the far side, right around the hash mark. Sibley did get it, well, maybe to the top of the circle now, near side. And that's about it. Finally, they jam it out through center. Here come the Warriors now. Sydney Gish. She'll send it in deep for Sibley. Newman there for Hastings, and she'll skate with it up the far boards towards Sam Benson. Redirected towards the front of the Hastings net, but taken away before it got there by Lainey Cannell. Cannell through center. Left side takes a shot. That one whistles wide off the end boards. We're now under a minute to play in period 2. Raiders lead 6-1. Radke looking to wrap it around. Gets to her forehand, finds room. Top of the circle, now still looking. Cuts to her backhand. Twists away from one of the forwards. Winds, fires, shot, save. No rebound this time. Edstrom with another nice save. 37.0 to go here in period number 2. And the Raiders of Hastings leading 6-1 over Henry Sibley. If the Raiders could squeeze a goal in here at the end of the period, they would have running time for the third period. This one kept in at the blue line by Claire Williams, sent down low, and there's Putnam, puts it on goal, she scores! And the Raiders do get a big goal here at the end of the period to take that 7-1 lead. Now goal coming to make it a 6-goal lead. And the Raiders have 5 in a row. This one coming at 16:35. Abby Putnam will get this one. And we'll see who gets the assists as well. For Abby, that would be goal number 6 this year. What? Oh. It's Pavanka from Radke. Radke, I can give her an assist, but I don't know if that's who got it. As the Raiders are banging in far side, we might have a whistle and we might have a penalty. With 3.8 seconds to go in the second period, it's going to be a penalty against Henry Sibley. Abby Wetzel Edstrom will go sit down. And the way it looks here, we'll have the third period being running time, which will mean hopefully a quick third period. Face off one, push towards the front of the net, puck's loose. And then we're going to get a big tackle in front of the net. Kiki Radke just got upended as the horn sounded. But it doesn't look like anything's going to come out of this. Raiders have a 7-1 lead through 2 periods on AM 1460 KDWA and HCTV. Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready for period number 3 at the Hastings Civic Arena, the McGree East rink. Nick Tuckner here high above center ice. Now there's our Raiders down below, having their little pre-third period hoo-ha. Got that out of the way. Warriors will be down 5-on-3 for just about a whole 2 minutes. Raiders will also have running time, leading 7-1. And here we go. We are underway with period number 3 from the Hastings Civic Arena. Raider boys basketball team loses to Matamidi tonight, 82-63. So there's your update from the field house. Not the best of updates. Here's Radke, down low. McDonald, Radke, cross ice. Williams, shot nearly tipped in there by McDonald. 5-on-3 continues for 1:17. Back to Radke, cross ice. Here's Williams. Anna has 2 goals tonight as well. Cross ice, Williams again. Takes a shot, little snapshot, save made, rebound, Rachel Klimek. Klimek almost got her second of the game and second of the year. Radke, cross ice again, Anna Williams. Takes a shot, save made, no rebound as Edstrom there to hang on. So yeah, 82-63 the final in that basketball game. No girls update yet for you Hastings girls basketball fans. Here's Radke again, still 5-on-3 for 25 seconds. Winding and firing, shot save made, rebound, they score! Erica McDonald in the right spot. Puts it away here to start the third period scoring. Time of the goal, 1 minute. Well, clock's running, so what are we going to call it? 140? 140? Okay, that sounds good. We'll see what Ryan Stoffel says about it. Erica McDonald with the goal for the Raiders. Power play goal. 5-on-3. Here's another rolling puck that came in front of the Sibley net. And harmlessly for Sibley anyway, rolls wide of the net. Now they try to send it back into the Hastings zone. Referee's hand is up, and I think Hastings will go off now on a penalty. For McDonald, her 6th goal of the year. We have yet to pick up the assists, although I believe there will be 2 once we do get them. 8-1, the Raiders lead. Penalty will go to the Raiders' Laney Cannell. Out to center, Henry Sibley, right to left, playing it into the Hastings end, and then swatted down the length there by Libby Judge. Raiders leading 8-1, and now here's the scoring. McDonald, her 6th. Anna Williams and Klimek, the assists. Now we're going to get a whistle and an offsides here against Hastings. And the Raiders were on the attack, albeit they were the ones shorthanded. So very impressive again here. Run time, third period, 8-1, Hastings leading. Face-off won by the blue and gold. Claire Williams, though, has to retreat back into her own end as B. Ahern chasing her down. Near side boards to the point. Held up there and then knocked free by Rachel Klimek, who's having a wonderful game. End to end, Klimek wraps it around in front, comes back to McDonald and puts it over the net. Oh, the Raiders almost had another legit chance. Hastings up 8-1. McDonald, bad angle shot. Save made, rebound. Rachel Klimek banging away at it. Had two different chances, and both times the door was shut by Julia Wetzel-Edstrom as Hastings was trying to add even more to the lead, but that wasn't going to happen. The Raiders are full strength. Lainey Cannell back to the bench for the Raiders, and with the clock running, Hastings the 7-goal lead. And possession far side. Anna Williams had it in her feet, lost it. Sibley trying to move in from the far side, but the two players are stuck together with their helmets. That's something you don't see every day. The official elected to blow the whistle as Williams had her helmet locked up with Kayla Luckin, and both of them were trying to get dislodged from one another, and that happens sometimes with the little lock part where your cage rests up on the top part of your front of your helmet. Sometimes that little hook where they go rest into place will get hooked into one of the little wire bars from the mask, and you'll get stuck together, and we've seen that now a few different times the last couple of years, and it's always funny. Even in an 8-1 game where maybe one team doesn't have too much to giggle about, that at least draws a little bit of a laugh from everybody in attendance. Here's Anna Williams, couple nice moves. Pass in front, though, going for her hat trick, and unselfishly gave it off to Abby Putnam. Back into the Hastings end. Nice move there by Kiki Radke getting outside. Works that far boards. Then lost her stick, but stays on the puck with her skates. Also a very stout soccer player is Kiki Radke. And even got some all-conference accolades this fall for all of her hard work. And lettering in another sport, which is pretty cool for her. Remember, Kiki used to run cross-country back in the day for Coach Dewall. This one sent back in by Sammy Benson. Benson leaves it there. Junker's got to come fight through a stick that's still on the ice. That's Kiki's stick, but Junker stays on her forehand, trying to muscle through. Look at the shot to go. Poked out to center ice. And there's Cannell, turns and burns left to right to Sammy Benson. Cannell will go to the front of the net with Benson now falling down. We'll have to get back and retreat. She gets back into play, and then there's going to be a big penalty coming up here as well to Hastings and to Maddie Junker for a trip, which I'm sure she didn't quite mean to do, but it still happened. Maddie will sit down for 2 minutes, albeit abbreviated with the clock running. 9:29 to go here in the game. Raiders doing a nice job tonight. Again, 8-1 your score. Raider boys basketball fell to Matamidi, 82-63. And that game was played at the Fieldhouse tonight. Raiders win the face-off of their own end. Claire Williams, speedy senior through center. Lets it go in deep. He acted more as a dump than anything. Comer there as well. Raiders looking to get a pass to Callie McNary, but that's intercepted. And back the other way comes Sibley. Knocked away there by Anna Williams, and she'll throw it down the length of the ice with Junker still stuck in the penalty box for a minute 30. No icing. McDonald near sideboards. Gets in front. Now try to get it back for Tix, who is manning the point. But on the shorthanded bid, the Raiders didn't have to have anybody inside the offensive zone, so everybody kind of stepped out. Sibley got free run out of their own end and now into the Hastings zone, working near boards. Into the corner. McDonald will fire it around the boards. Far side, there's Kiki again. Radke steps into the play and then sweeps it along the boards around to the near side. Luck into the point. Kept alive at the blue line, then knocked away by Radke, and she might have a breakaway. Nobody's going to catch her, has Putnam with her. Radke in, backhand scores. Oh boy, was that pretty. Kiki Radke buries it. She gets the goal for Hastings, and if that goal at 14:05 of the second also stands, that's a hat trick, but I'm not sure. Like I said before, that goal here should be Maddie Junker's at 14:05 of the second.
Scoring for the Raiders at 9 minutes of the third period, while
shorthanded, unassisted. And what'd they say? 9 minutes? At 9 minutes. The Raiders back to full strength. Hastings leads 9-1. And I am pretty confident in my proclamation that Hastings will get their 11th win of the year tonight. Against only 5 losses. End-to-end Rachel Klimek. And she puts it on goal. Save made by Edstrom again. But Klimek showing some speed. And now we're going to get the official. Did he get hit pretty hard there or what? Did he get a stick in the face or what? He might have got a stick in the face, but he's checking his side of his face, his lip area, but I don't know if that really was necessary in blowing the whistle. And now the Henry, okay, well he just went over to the Henry Sibley bench and told him to keep it down. He said, I took a stick in the face. But he wasn't very happy with them asking why the whistle. Especially when it's 9-1. And there's only 5:55 to go here in the game, and the Raiders have the lead, and they tip one out in front. Tix was trying to get her first goal of the game. Back to center, Radke takes it right back. Now through center again, Sibley has it knocked away and knocked down there by Raider defenseman Lainey Cannell. And now to center. Nice move by Radke, sidesteps one of her own players. Moves right, looking for Benson. Instead gets it down to Callie McNary. McNary into the corner right side. Pushed off behind the net. Comer back in front looking for a pass. Wheeled it off the side of the net, and I think it hit the post. And now one of the Raiders, that was McNary, absolutely crushed far post, and that's going to draw a penalty against Henry Sibley for checking. And Melissa Teal will go sit down for 2 minutes, but Henry Sibley fans, and especially that one fella here in the right side here, top of the bleachers, he's really letting the fans and the referees know what he thinks. Now, if this game is played in Wisconsin, they'd have to kick him out of the arena now. From it's just mean. Back the other way, here's a 2-on-1. Henry Sibley has an opportunity, and a shot save made by Francic. As that was kicked away. Kayla Luckin was in for Sibley, but a nice stop by Francic. Now the other way, 3-on-3. Here's Claire Williams. She whizzes a shot wide. Newman, far side, takes a shot, scores. I think it went off of Claire Williams. Claire may get this goal to make it 10-1. Time of the goal, we'll see 12:50. But I think it's going to go off of Claire Williams, and it should read something like Claire Williams from Nicole Newman, I'm guessing. Clock running, 3:35 to go. Raiders up 10-1. They're going to win tonight. They give it to Newman. Newman gets credit. Claire Williams an assist. And Callie McNary with an assist. And for Nicole Newman, that's goal number 3 on the year. Again, we got to wait for clarity on the goal at 14:05 of period 2, where they said it was Kiki Radke's, but even the look she gave the officials and everybody else, as the call was made of the goal, saying, that wasn't mine. I'm almost positive it's still going to go to either Maddie Junker or fellow freshman Libby Judge. Penalty here is against Erica McDonald, and that'll keep her in the penalty box for pretty much the rest of this game. 10-1 is your score. Raiders, again, doing a nice job here tonight and taking care of business. Not a huge crowd tonight with 2 basketball games, of course, taking place. Want to invite you to check out our KDWA hourly sports updates today and through early tomorrow morning. As a shot from the point is kicked away there into the far corner. We'll have Coach Josh McClay talking wrestling. And we'll also have the recap of this game before, as we talked about, our feature tomorrow will be from the WIA in Wisconsin, Todd Clark, the media director and communications director, regarding the chance at Wisconsin sporting events that is, I don't want to say gotten blown out of proportion, but that's kind of what's happened, and for good reason. We'll talk more with Todd tomorrow, and also athletic director Kyle Igo at Prescott, as this one goes out of play, and this will pretty well bring the end of this one. We're approaching a minute to go in this game, and the Raiders leading at 10-1. And like we said, they will jump to 11-5-2 on the year. Sibley will fall to 4-15. So on paper coming in, you'd probably think that the Raiders would be capable of a win, kind of like what we have saw and you've heard tonight. And now with under a minute to play, the fans will start to make their way to the exits. And they'll clear it down the length of the ice with Hastings, and that's just fine because they continue to kill off the rest of this penalty for 20 more seconds, 29 seconds in the actual game clock. And a 2-on-1 bruise as a shot gets kicked in towards Francic. Makes the save. Francic will face around 12, 13 shots total tonight. Did let the one in the second period. That was a tip in front, by the way, when they scored. Back to full strength is Hastings. Sibley still trying at the end here to get one, but that's going to do it as the puck is kicked off into the corner. And your final score tonight, Hastings, they win big. The final 10-1. Hastings over Henry Sibley. Thank you to all of you TV watchers out there for dialing into the game as well. My name is Nick Tuckner, sending it back to HCTV. For you radio listeners, we'll be right back. Raiders win at 10-1 tonight.